Hey guys, welcome to Comfy Cozy Up. So today I'm going to be doing the mid-year freak out book tag. I haven't done one since 2018, so I'm looking forward to this. But before I go into this, I want to say thank you guys who participated, or shout out the readathon. It was well appreciated, and the word of mouth got out, and we were also featured in Oprah Magazine. So I would definitely link the article down, but it was me, Karen from Dawn Writes Read, and a bookstagrammer's Book of Sin, and we all talk about Caribbean books and the what we liked, and also the book industry as a whole. It was a nice conversation, and so I was very happy to see the article. So if you haven't seen it so far, go check it out. I will link it in the description. And you're looking for some more books to read, there is a 16 book list, so you might find one of those books that you want to pick up. Thank you guys, thank you. I am still beaming and smiling from the experience. It was my first, and it's good to see that I got a little bit of attention on this small channel, but we're here. So let's do this fun tag. So the best book you've read so far in 2020, and that is, I have 3 5-star books, guys, but this one is definitely going to be the one that I would say read. And it's such a relevant book for even now, because this is a historical fiction that took place during, I believe, the Second World War. Yeah, I think it's the Second World War. But it follows 3 characters, and you learn the experience during that time. This is also during the time of Jim Crow era, so you just imagine what's going on with that. You know, it has military content in this, but it's done in a way that it wasn't boring. I loved it. This is a book that I feel like doesn't get enough attention, and it's just a good book, guys. Pick it up. Pick it up. Next question. Best sequels you've read this year, and oh yeah. And this is Heaven My Home by Alec. It just continues. The series continues. In this book, the way it ended, you want to get to the 3rd one. This is where you know she knows how to tell a story and get you attention the whole time, and no fluff. No fluff, guys. She doesn't do that. She is also a producer, and I think she does write as well for a certain series. So she knows how to tell a story without having it drag. And this was really good. Next one is new release you haven't read yet, but you want to, and I do have them, and that is the one that everybody's talking about, but I was going to read anyway because I read the first author and I liked it. Interesting fact, the first book, The Mothers, I read that book in a day. I went to this coffee shop, my favorite coffee shop. Oh, I miss it. And I sat there for breakfast. I went there, and I didn't leave until there were, nighttime was falling in, because that's how much I enjoyed that book. And I took breaks and all that during reading it, but it was started and finished that day. So I was very much waiting for her to come out with something else, and then this came out, and I saw this and I said, oh yeah, I need to have this. And so I'm looking forward to this. It's definitely going to be read soon. I'm definitely going to do it probably in a reading vlog situation, but everybody's reading this, so but if you want my opinion, I will share it. Next one is the 2nd book, Butterfly. Guys, that I am a fan of the ethic spin-off. So I always tell people, do not read Butterfly first, read Ethics. You appreciate it, trust me, than to start with the Butterfly series, because you really don't get to know the character that well, because you got to see where she comes from before you get to this. And Ethics series is still my fave. Like, Ethics? Ooh. Alright. Most anticipated release for the 2nd half of the year, and that's going to be Rebel Sisters. That is a sequel for War Girls. I love War Girl. I love where it ended, so I saw that the sequel was coming out. It's so funny. A lot of people didn't realize it was going to be a secret. I don't know how. The way they ended that book, how could you think that's it? So I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully I could get an arc. because I want it before the release date, and that is going to be in October. There are some other books, but honestly I haven't really digged to see the other books, because I do have quite a few books that are coming out on the second half that I have e-copy ARC. I just haven't gone through my Kindle yet. I need to start reading some Kindle. I've been reading a lot of physical book and not enough, you know, Kindle, but I'm going to get to it. Biggest disappointment. I don't really have a big disappointment, but I would say the book that I really thought I was going to really love, because I love her other book, and that is this. I didn't really love it like everybody else. I feel like I'm the odd one out, me and a few people, because everybody is just raving about, you know, clap when you land, but there's certain things about the book that just I didn't vibe with. It was just, no. So if you want to know why, go check out my May wrap up where I talk briefly about this. Alright, favorite new author, no, sorry, biggest surprise. I'm gonna go with this. Yeah, I still feel like she got me with the historical stuff, because I didn't expect this, and it was like a really sweet surprise, and how it was done. Love it. I learned so much about Barbie in this that I'm like, ooh, and this is pre-independent era. And I always love Island Story that talks about pre-independent era, because it's just, you learn something new, and this one did it for me. So The Girl with the Hazel Eyes, if you haven't checked it out, check it out. Favorite new author, debut or new to me. I don't have a favorite new author to be, because the authors, well, you know, even though this is my favorite book, I can't say it's my favorite new author, because that's the only book I read. I kind of, when I said somebody's my favorite new author, I better read at least 2 of their books, so I can say, yeah, this is it. This is my favorite new author. One book is just not enough for me to really like make a comment like that. And I haven't read a lot of multiple books this year, except from James Baldwin. That's my boo. And but he's not new to me, so don't count him. Newest fictional crush. Oh, Monty. Monty, just, you could have scooped Monty up. Like a Billa band, that would be Monty. Whew. He's behind Ethic. Still, Ethic's still my favorite, but Monty. That's all I could say. She wrote the hell out of that character. Newest favorite character. Don't have a favorite, but Monty's still juicy, so we could throw him in there. Book that made you cry. I didn't really cry like that, but I had a teary moment, and that is Own Son. And it's just a sad tale. It's a really good book, but it's such a sad tale with these couple and circumstances that beyond their control, that really it really is the word. It really molded into these adults that suffer the consequence of things that came before them, and how they handle it, and this domino effect of all the things that went wrong. So this book, it's made me really sad, where there's times I'm like, oh, but I didn't really cry. And I couldn't think of anything else on my books that I've read that I really shed. There's books I wanted to cry, but more so pissed off. Like there's a moment in this where I would piss, but not cry. So yeah. Yeah, there's a couple sad moments, but I haven't really cried in a while over a book. Yeah. Book that made you happy. Not happy, but I just like, let me tell you, the way 2020 rolled out, any book that could get me to laugh and scream at these characters for their shenanigans, I'm all for it. So, The Housing Lark, Caribbean Foolishness, I love it. I laughed. Like, there's a couple of times I'm like, you got to be kidding me, these people. And I was quite entertained, so I was here for it. So I like any book that's gonna just like have me just hollering, like laughing, and that did. Most beautiful book you've bought so far. You know, you can't beat this cover. This cover, even though I think the cover is a bit contemporary looking, and this is more of a historical fiction to me, but she still got you. Like if you walk in the store and you see this, you might stop and look, and just because of the cover, or this could be like a cover buy for some people. But I think the cover is gorgeous. I think they did good on this cover. Alright, what we got here? What books do you need to read by the end of the year? All my arcs, every single one of them. I'm horrible. Like I got all these e-arcs thinking I was gonna read them and still haven't read them. But I want to read them all. I want to read the 2 that I have here, which I'm not gonna have a problem because those are gonna get read next month. I want to read a little bit more romance. I want to do a summer romance situation. I need to get some summer romance in my life. Yeah. And so we're gonna, in the 2020 edition, they have favorite book community member. I don't have like a favorite that I want to say then that people don't already know. Like I love Dee Dee from Brown Girl Reading. I enjoy quite a few other people's channels that I watch. But so I'm gonna have like 2 new this year. Like I really been watching their videos this year. And the first one is I recently discovered. Where is my phone? Well, yeah, I left it somewhere. And it's Baha Reads, and she is from the Bahamas. I like the books that she talks about. She does do books that I never heard of, and you highlight Caribbean books that I did enjoy. And I've been reading some of her watching some of her videos, and she's pretty entertaining. And then I also love Leo from A Little Book Life. Yeah, I'm gonna get it right. I'll put it down here. And I just love his voice. And the first thing I said was, okay, I don't care what book you trying to tell me to read. I'm just gonna listen because I just like hearing his voice. He doesn't show his face, so all you're gonna see his hands, the book, and you're gonna hear his voice. But he likes a wide variety of books. I find that he doesn't have like this one set kind of book that he reads. He dibble and dabble in it all. And he kind of like me, where if you really read a first author and you really enjoy their book, you tend to want to read more of their work so you can actually like really assess their writing style. And he does that because he has a nice collection of authors that if he likes, you'll see a stack of that same author book. And most of the time I check it out on his Instagram feed, but his reviews are very nice. He talks and how he explains the story and how his opinion about the book is just it's nice. I just love his voice. Leo, you can talk to me all day, all day, all day. So yeah, so I'm gonna end it here, guys. So go ahead, guys, don't forget to go check out the Oprah Magazine article, and thanks for watching and have a good day. Bye.